Welcome to Study Loop.
In problem 11, we have some data on the job satisfaction level of two groups of employees. And these job satisfaction scores range from 0 to 100. We're going to be checking whether the two groups of employees have different job satisfaction. And so the first category is 5 or more years of service, and the second category is under 5 years of service. So the first thing we need to do is to state the hypothesis, then we state the critical value and rank the data so that we're able to work out the value of Z and finally make a decision to fail or to reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. So the first, the null hypothesis in this case, H naught, is that there is no difference in job satisfaction. There is no difference in job satisfaction. Between the groups. Next, we state the alternative hypothesis, which is that there is a difference in job satisfaction between the groups. So those are the two hypotheses for this test. And now that we have them stated, we can move on to defining or stating the critical value of Z. In our case, the level of significance is 0.10, and that means that the critical value of Z will be plus or minus, positive or negative, 1.65. Next, we have the ranking of data, and as you can see, we have the ranks for the 5 or more years and ranks for under 5 years of service. So when you count the number of the sample size for both categories, you'll find that they are both 5 or more is 13 and under 5 is 13. So we have to pick one of the two categories, any of the two categories, and in this case we were going to use the category of under 5 years to be N1. Then we need to sum up the ranks for that category, and when you add up all the ranks, you get 197.5. And mu r is obtained by substituting the values of N1 and N2 into the equation, and mu r is 175.5. Next, we can get sigma r by substituting the values and solving, and that gives us 19.5. Finally, we can work out the value of Z by substituting the values that we've just gotten into this equation, and we are going to find we're going to get 197.5 minus 175.5 divided by 19.5, and that gives the value Z as 1.128. Now we can compare the calculated value of Z and the critical value of Z. So the calculated value of Z is 1.128 and the critical value of Z is 1.65. Here we notice that the calculated value of Z is less than the critical value of Z, which leads us to making the decision to fail fail to reject the null hypothesis. And when we fail to reject the null hypothesis, it means that there's enough evidence to support the claim that there is no difference. Or we can just say, in this case, that there is not enough evidence to reject the claim that there is no difference in the job satisfaction between the two groups.